1. Design your lounge in a tiny house. In a tiny house, the lounge is not just a place to sit. It's the first impression, the heartbeat, and often the most multifunctional area of the entire home. When you step inside 250 square feet, every inch has a purpose. And nowhere is this more important than in the lounge, where comfort must meet creativity. Imagine walking into a small room, yet it doesn't feel small. Why? Because the design bends the rules of perception. The walls are painted in light, airy tones, soft whites, gentle beiges, or muted pastel blues, colors that breathe rather than close in. A large mirror is carefully placed on one side, reflecting not only light, but also the feeling of openness. Instantly, the room doubles in depth, a clever illusion born from design. Now focus on the furniture. In a traditional home, you might choose a bulky sofa or a heavy coffee table. But here, function and form must marry. A sleek modular sofa sits by the window. By day, it offers seating for guests. By night, it transforms into a bed for unexpected visitors. Underneath, hidden drawers glide out, revealing storage for blankets, books, or seasonal decor. This is not just furniture, it is architecture in motion. The coffee table? Not just a table. It rises to become a dining table, or folds flat against the wall when you need space to stretch. In a tiny lounge, the best pieces are not static. They evolve, adapt, and surprise. Look upward. High ceilings, even if modest, are emphasized through vertical design. Tall shelves that climb the walls, creating the illusion of height. Books, plants, and art objects rest on these shelves, drawing the eye upward and expanding the sense of volume. Lighting becomes the silent storyteller. Soft, golden lamps cast a glow at night, while sheer linen curtains filter daylight into a dreamy haze by morning. Add a few well-placed indoor plants, a trailing pothos, a fiddle leaf fig in the corner, or even small succulents on the shelf. These plants breathe life into corners that might otherwise be wasted. Texture completes the picture. A woven jute rug grounds the space, its earthy texture adding warmth against the minimalist backdrop. Linen cushions, a soft throw blanket, and a few handcrafted wooden accents remind you that this lounge isn't sterile. It's alive, warm, and personal. But perhaps the most powerful secret in a tiny home lounge is flexibility. The space must shift with your needs, from relaxation to work, from hosting to solitude. A foldable, wall-mounted desk provides a workspace when needed, disappearing when the day is done. Hidden compartments keep clutter invisible, protecting the clarity of the room. And when you finally sit back on the couch, a cup of tea in hand, golden light spilling across the rug, you realize something profound. This lounge doesn't feel small. It feels intentional. It feels designed not for limitation, but for freedom. In 250 square feet, you've created a sanctuary, and it all begins here, in the lounge, the room that proves less space can mean more life. 2. Decor your bedroom in a tiny house. The bedroom is more than just a room for sleep. It's a retreat, a sanctuary, a place where the body rests and the mind resets. And in a tiny home, where every foot of space is precious, the bedroom must be crafted with care, imagination, and intimacy. Picture stepping into a small corner of a home, yet instead of feeling confined, you feel embraced. The bed is the centerpiece, not oversized, not overwhelming, but perfectly balanced. In some homes, a loft bed rises above the ground, freeing space below for a desk, a lounge nook, or even hidden storage. In others, the bed sits on the ground but conceals its brilliance underneath, drawers sliding smoothly out, holding clothes, books, and keepsakes, eliminating the need for bulky wardrobes. The colors here are soft, calming, designed to soothe. Warm beige tones, muted grays, or earthy terracotta shades create a cocoon of rest. Bedding is layered, crisp cotton sheets, a light linen duvet, a textured wool throw. The textures invite touch, reminding you that comfort comes not from space, but from thoughtfulness. Instead of large side tables and lamps cluttering the floor, wall-mounted shelves provide storage, while slender sconces glow warmly on either side of the bed. The walls are not filled with excess decoration, just one or two meaningful artworks, or perhaps a hanging plant that cascades gently toward the floor. Light, once again, is the designer's greatest ally. Floor-to-ceiling curtains flow softly down the walls, even if the windows behind them are small. This trick elongates the room, creating height and drama. When morning sunlight filters through these curtains, the bedroom glows like a cinematic scene, filled with soft, golden light. Personal touches matter here more than anywhere. A small framed photograph, a favorite book within reach, a candle flickering on the shelf. These details transform the bedroom from a space of function into a place of soul. And yet, functionality is never lost. Every corner is intentional. Hooks behind the door hold coats or scarves. A floating shelf doubles as both nightstand and desk. Hidden compartments in the headboard store journals or small electronics. In the tiniest of bedrooms, storage isn't just practical, it becomes invisible, letting serenity shine. But the true magic of a tiny home bedroom isn't in its cleverness alone, it's in the atmosphere. Here, you are free from clutter, free from excess. You lie down, gaze upward at the ceiling, and realize the intimacy of this room isn't a limitation. It's a luxury, the luxury of simplicity. In a world that often overwhelms, this small bedroom whispers a reminder. Peace doesn't require a mansion. It requires intention. And in 250 square feet, you've created not just a room to sleep, but a sanctuary to dream. 3. Decor your kitchen in a tiny house. Ideas. The kitchen of a tiny home is more than just a place to cook. It is proof that small spaces can be powerful, efficient, and beautiful all at once. In only a few square feet, design becomes strategy, and creativity transforms every corner into an opportunity. Imagine stepping into a kitchen where nothing is wasted. Every surface tells a story. The counters slide outward when needed, providing space to prepare meals, then disappear when not in use, restoring openness to the room. A foldable wooden panel becomes a breakfast bar in the morning and tucks neatly away by evening. Storage is hidden everywhere. Vertical pull-out shelves between appliances, magnetic strips holding knives and utensils against the wall, and hooks that suspend pans and mugs in plain sight. What would feel like clutter in a large home becomes charm in a tiny one, giving the kitchen a rustic, personal aesthetic. The cabinets are sleek, often painted in light tones, whites, soft grays, or even pale sage green, reflecting natural light that pours in from a small window above the sink. Open shelving displays carefully chosen essentials. Glass jars filled with grains, a few ceramic mugs, and plants that hang like accents of life in the room. Lighting, once again, is the quiet hero. Under cabinet LEDs illuminate the counters, creating both function and atmosphere.